Hi. This is me, the secret psychic. Those of you who have heard of me know who I am. Those of you who don't, well, keep listening. I was listening to some of the readers on YouTube, and they do it by zodiac. Um, They do it collectively, they do it by the week, pick a card, all that other stuff. So I'm going to try something different. I am going to do a reading for the readers for this week. How about that? So, I got 3 decks here. Yeah. And what I am going to do is I'm going to start off with 1 card. Okay. And I'm going to do this quietly because knowing that most of these readers don't even bother to do a playback, they do not know how noisy this is, or God forbid, this. So how I'm going to do this is, for this first deck, I'm going to choose 1 card. Holy Spirit. Let me get 1 card for the readers for this week. Overall. 1 card. Top deal. Okay, let's see. A new start is coming. So that is going to be the overall theme for this reading. Now I'm about to go into the second deck here. And with these, I'm going to do a Celtic cross. For the seasoned readers, they know that that consists of anywhere between 9 and 10 cards. I only use 9. But it's a certain kind of spread. For the present, we have conflict and defeat. For the past, we have crown chakra in the reverse. For the near future, we have sacral chakra in the reverse. For what has been achieved, we got new beginnings in the reverse. What's yet to be accomplished is emotional loss in the reverse. What you think of yourself is temptation. What others think of you is spiritual strength. What your hopes or fears are is discontent and boredom in the reverse. And the end result is heartache and loss in the reverse. Another card came out, so I guess We'll keep that too. That's movement and choices. Sorry, movement, choices, and decisions in the reverse. Okay, now. I'm going to do, let's get some clarifiers. And I'll start with the past first. What can you tell me about the crown chakra in the reverse? What can you tell me about the crown chakra in the reverse? Tough deal. Let's see. Oh yeah, and if you want to keep your cards together, you can just hit them in your hand. It sounds quieter as opposed to like that. So let me see. Okay. In the past, you've overcome mind games and control, and through reevaluation, you made decisive action toward a divine partnership that brings justice without having to defend yourself. And it's no longer keeping you up at night because you have emotional intelligence. Realizing that envy was toxic. While fulfilling a fantasy with a private relationship. You're leaving that in charge in your head. With no police involved. Alright. Good for you. Let's see. Conflict and defeat. What can you tell me about conflict and defeat? What can you tell me about conflict and defeat? Top deal. When it comes to foundation and commitment, you have enough emotional mastery to finally listen. That you do not have to make up this collaboration for the public. You can do just fine on your own without everybody in your business. The one that you're lovers with is an absolute tyrant. And he's that way because, well, he can get away with it. Probably embarrasses you in public. Says he ain't going nowhere. Don't care if you're depressed. Don't have any feelings at all. won't come to your rescue, this is bad. But it looks like something has come to an abrupt end. And they're falling apart because they know it's over. And this group of people is burning evidence which is going to bring you good news. Okay, tell me about the sacral chakra in the reverse. Tell me about the sacral chakra in the reverse. Top deal. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a painful ending because the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Because they did everything in their power by confusing you with two truths and a lie. It was really playing with your head. They had this very young-like mindset when it came to love. It was good for catfishing. But their luck has run out. They are alone. They're facing judgment because they can't use that thinking back in the past like, do you remember when we first met and we went on the beach? Nah, none of that. You were broken out of this evil grip. You're no longer fighting for what you love because you know whatever what love was, this bugaboo wasn't it. He was one of those hit it, quit it, and gone. Didn't want to look deeper into the relationship. And even though he had that big D energy, you needed sexual protection. So if you haven't left him yet, insist on condoms. That's my advice to you. Tell me about new beginnings in the reverse. Tell me about new beginnings in the reverse. Top deal. It looks like you're planning to make stable decisions after trials and tribulations. with the divine masculine has come full circle. And the hidden knowledge is actually it's actually divine intervention that you've been waiting on. Yeah, it's really over because the world is out here twice. And this Knight of Wands likes your independence. It's going to be a smooth road ahead. As long as you use your manifestation tools, stay intuitive and sensitive, and break through any and all illusions. So obviously, you are not one to try to pull anything over on, because you've already achieved that. Congratulations. Let me see. Emotional loss in the reverse. Tell me about emotional loss in the reverse. Top deal. Let's see here. Get ready for your soul contract, because your heavy burdens are gone. And it is ill-advised to get caught up in any kind of conflict or competition. Because they are finally tired of the drama, knowing that they fucked up, hoping that the game ain't over. But that's when the situation is about to explode. Because it's not easy to toss away, but it is a work in progress. And only you know what it is. Let's see here. Okay. Tell me about this temptation. What can you tell me about this temptation? Top deal. Let's see. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Okay. Um, hmm. Okay, this temptation has left them broke. They too weak to even record a fake apology. They couldn't keep a promise to destroy you. and keep you getting played. They didn't want this game to get old because they are heavily doing drugs. They might actually blame that while saying that they hate nothing about you. And even though you were the real deal, they was trying to keep you a secret, not knowing that you had spiritual backing. And playing with you was their fantasy, but they can no longer break your heart because you were broken out of this um, bond that will never be restored. So, yeah, you pretty much got yourself together. Okay. Tell me about spiritual strength. Tell me about spiritual strength. Top deal. Let me see here. The world sees you as you got it all together. You think on your feet, no problems. But you regret something that you can't even see as water under the bridge with this King of Cups. Because they found out something about a visionary leader that you have memories of. And you made a decision not to investigate the promiscuity because you trust them. At first, you wasn't listening to the universe, but now you're not making so many mistakes because you are listening. Can't nobody pull nothing over on you. And any plan that they activated didn't work. Because you closed that line of communication. Or at least they think you did. Okay, what is this? Discontent and boredom in the reverse. What is this? Discontent and boredom in the reverse. Top deal. Let's see. You're afraid that if you get with this person, you're going to get karma having an obsession over a Queen of Cups in the reverse. You didn't want to wait on God. You wanted something to change. And that was how you messed up your twin flame connection. You stopped being nurturing. Started losing opportunities. Plans fell through. Love didn't amount to much. Nothing exciting in your life. Didn't get no wish fulfillment. And either they or you moved on to calmer waters. Tell me about heartache and loss for the end result. Tell me about heartache and loss for the end result. Tough deal. Something about a false pregnancy test. Spark something in a Queen of Swords. That led her to healing and recovery. Because she was in a scarcity mindset. Couldn't keep doing the balancing act. Looked like you checked yourself for old wounds of a past love story. And it's taking steady progress, but you are reaching contentment and joy. And you are going to get success and recognition for this King of Swords, known for his quick wit and intellect. Bravo, bravo. Let's see, this last one here, the movement, choices, and decisions in the reverse. We're going to use that as the advice, okay? Let's see. Tell me about movement, choices, and decisions in the reverse. Tell me about movement, choices, and decisions in the reverse. Top deal. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to wait your way through this time of I don't want to say poverty, but it's the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. But somehow this Emperor Magician is fighting their way to let you hold on to something. You might actually want to reject a home. Somebody might offer you a place to stay, but you don't want to go there. But that's a lie. You really need to get your head together. So once you accept, you can get over the heartache. And stop putting on a front for everybody. Because even though you didn't get kicked to the curb, you got betrayed real bad. What's even worse, you didn't even see it coming. You self-sabotage yourself, having these big dreams, and expecting a man to rescue you. Well, that's all, my lovelies. Thank you for joining me for this reading session. Take care and be blessed.